In the latest hostile act toward New York business leaders, Mayor Zohran Mamdani is gutting a major nonprofit that channels private donations to city programs. Basically, Mamdani is scrubbing the organization's business presence in order to implement his own board of advisors that will focus on, quote, citywide affordability programs. So here are some of the folks that he's giving the boot to. No one from BD Hotels, Real Estate Board of New York, Blackstone. These people that have served on this advisory board for nonprofit purposes are not getting kicked out. In their place, they're probably going to put in a former dock worker and a high school teacher. Not to say there's anything wrong with those professions, but it's just that it's a clear message, I think, Charlie, or Marcus, whoever wants to weigh in.
There is something wrong with those professions on this board.
They're not writing checks.
Right.
Yeah, okay. The reason why they did this, and I spoke to someone at Blackstone today, kind of walked me through the whole thing. The reason why they're doing it, they had this thing, was because if you're at Blackstone, or you're in the real estate community, or you're part of a big business, you can go to other big business people and say, write me a check to help widows of 9/11 responders, which this advisory board helped fund for a time. That's stuff that can't be financed directly from the city budget. So they would do that. They know who to go to. They know how to tap Ken Langone. They know how to tap Ken Griffin. So that's why the dock worker is not going to call up rich people and say, well, he might, but they won't pick up his call.
Right.
That's the difference here. So what he did was effectively neuter this program, which sounds like completely absurd, I know, for no other reason, but it's not absurd from a political reason. And here's the thing. He's at war with the business community, and the business community knows this. I speak to them every day. He knows that they are powerless. They're not. Here's the dirty little secret. For every time we hear, and I've written a lot of these stories about, Apollo's going to open up a satellite office in Austin now, and Ken Griffin is going to move some of his people to Florida more than leave them in the city. Most of these businesses are still here. They're still, they serve both as a piggy bank for his bigger sort of taxation issues, they're funding the welfare state, and a whipping boy. And they're powerless. They're not leaving. Now, why aren't they? I don't know, but they're not leaving.
Because that's not how business works. People don't decide that something happened yesterday and then they pack their boxes and leave tomorrow. There are people that have homes. There are office leases that are already set up.
No,
There's an infrastructure set up. And so to say that he's doing things and why aren't people leaving, they're not powerless. I think that
they are absolutely powerless.
What bothers me
what are they
more
doing?
Than anything else
Jamie
about
Dimon
this.
called Jamie Dimon up. Jamie Dimon took his call, kissed his rear end, and handed him a book on entrepreneurship.
And then in one moment, we tell people, we want to have a tax, we want to tax your residence, we want to tax your income, we want to tax your wealth. And all of those folks that are being taxed are the same people that are funding these programs that the city can't finance.
Right.
And so if people understood that, whether it's in the park or the Little League program or the after-school program or the music program or whatever wonderful programs private citizens and private businesses wrote checks from, to reject them would almost make me, if I was an educated socialist, I would say, well, this just seems like bad math. The people are giving us money.
Marcus, let's be clear here. We all know that. The question is, why aren't they fighting back? Why aren't they leaving?
What do you want them to fight with? What do you want them to do?
So they're just going to be the piggy bank for this guy for the rest of his time in there, and maybe 3 other mayors.
Well, maybe they're hoping that these policies will fail flat on their face and that people will vote them out. And one evidence of this is actually this next topic, which is Mayor Mamdani fighting his own tax base. And it looks like the price tag for the core policy proposal is going to cost more than planned, Marcus, to your point. According to a new estimate, Mamdani's universal health care plan for children up to universal child care plan for children up to 5 years old will cost roughly $9.3 billion a year. Guys, that is $3 billion more than planned. It's a huge sum of money. Per child, the estimate is something like $29,000 per child, Jackie, in this city. He initially didn't have enough money, and he also had to take money from the state in order to make this happen for 1 year. And now this is supposed to be every year here on out.
Right. So I don't see how this is sustainable. I would defer to you because I feel like you know more about the budget aspect of all of this, where he could try to tap money. I mean, I think at a certain point you can bleed an onion, but it's going to dry out.
Unless businesses start leaving, he's going to keep tapping them.
Right.
And keep hitting them up in different ways. Petit tax is kind of a business tax in a way, because it is, who owns petit right? I mean, there are some outliers. We were talking about it in the break. Someone owns a house in Throgs Neck in the Bronx. It's not quite a petit. But, you know, other than those outliers, it's really a business tax, and that's what he's going to do. The only way for the business community to fight back is to either step up to the plate in a concerted way to elect people that aren't Democratic Socialists, DSA members. But number two, the nuclear option is the only thing that would work.
Can I ask a question?
Now, they're all playing. They've been playing the long game with the left in this city and state now, we should point out, since de Blasio.
Well,
Just
what if
remember that.
Blakeman wins?
I want to talk about the grocery store.
That would change it.
Because, you know, when you have all these big programs and big government spending, it's always ripe for fraud and abuse, right? And part of what Mamdani has been promising are these city-run grocery stores. Yesterday was so interesting. Did you guys see the press conference where the administration officials, Mayor Mamdani and his ilk, made a little slip and they said, they got a question, how are you going to make sure that it's really being, these grocery stores are really serving those who need it? And they said, oh, we're going to have a little card system, library-esque. They're walking that back today. Taylor,
I'm sure they are.
Putting out a tweet saying no library card because immediately people jumped on it and said, what? You're going to require ID? Now they're saying no. So it seems like it is going to be ripe and open for
Well, the
fraud.
irony also is that we don't need an ID to vote here.
Right.
But you need it for the grocery store.
ID to get a 30% discount on my bread and cheese.
You're going to need an ID. They're going to bring
You
back.
have to.
They're going to have to bring back.
You have
the ID.
to.
This is so
Great,
ridiculous.
then we need IDs
But
to
what's the
vote.
qualifier? If an ID is required, what's the qualifier?
I believe the program was supposed to be set up, the grocery store, for a certain, there's a certain socioeconomic income level to help those people by reducing
that's a
the
good
cost.
Designation
That's
for
a good
that?
question.
Is it on my library card?
You know why that's a good?
Well, I don't know, because pied-à-terre was supposed to be $5 million, and the floor on it now is $1 million. So they lie when they put things out there.
Structure, but it's a good question. What did Mamdani say about what a working class person earns in this city? $1 million.
Yeah. So anyone
anyone
making
under
under
$1
$1 million
can go there?
can go to the grocery
Yes.
store.
What?
I mean, theoretically.
Go.
See.
No, in all seriousness.
Theoretically.
Marcus and I are going to go, and I want to see if it's 30% off, like he said, compared to the grocery store around the corner. And I want to check out the quality, and I want to see if the shelves are full.
Give them a fair shot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, they probably.
And if I
it
can
looks like
arbitrage the stock market, why can I not arbitrage
The system.
the system?
Apparently, they're not going to ask you for any ID, so all
Perfect.
of us can
And
go.
then I'm going to up my price 30% on the next street corner and sell it.
We're just going to dress
So then
differently.
people from New Jersey who are in Manhattan for the day can walk into the grocery store and take things too,
People
or buy
from-
things at a
from
30%
Delaware can.
discount,
Yeah.
because we don't need an ID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Taylor, you're looking at Wayfair.
Should we do Wayfair? Let me
Yeah.
pull it up. Is this stock up 30%? Holy smokes. Biggest increase since January of 2023. Actually, they're finally seeing a recovery after a very sluggish COVID period where people were not moving and not ordering furniture. They said that the sequential sales growth in this latest period has made it the best second quarter since 2020. Finally, after several years of nothing, they're finally seeing Americans come back and purchase home goods.
They're a well-run company. They have
Yeah.
a very, very tight focus. They execute very well online. Their customer experience is good. That's why they're doing well. They're grabbing market share in a different sort of way. I don't think the overall housing market has been as successful as they have. Given them a lot of credit, great leadership.
I have purchased many things from Wayfair. Delivery is good. You can pay them $100. They'll set it up for you. And they have a great jingle on their
I
advertisement.
hate that. I hate their song.
I love it.
I don't know their
We're
song.
gonna
I know their
sing it
song.
in
Good news is
Wayfair
customers don't,
gives me just
so-
what I need.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's very annoying.
Yeah.
Memorable. Okay.
Memorable.
Well, coming up, SpaceX set to release its first earnings report as short sellers score big betting against Musk. Charlie is going to break it down after this break.